Ah, the fun, the fun, the fun. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Well, I want to find out about new games, but there's so many out there, it'll take me hours to go through. So instead, I'm fixing this tile. Because you can't see. And you can't see because the light's just not being good. There are lines. And words showing through the center point. I want to cover them in EPS form. Fun thing is, now I've actually got to cut the bloody circle out. And I'm also responding to invites that I've sent out for people to. Oh, bugger. That's going to run out of charge. Let's sort that out first of all in my wonderful professional manner. That I always manage to maintain. So EPS form. Now that should be the same size as what I use as my tiny, tiny little tray. My wet palette. So let's see if we can get a good marking. Then press it. So this over the top and then redo the little symbol. If it'll let you in. Never done this before. First time for everything. Let's give it a try. Evening, Musco. How are you? I'm trying a new technique this evening. As well as sent out a few invites across a couple of Discord servers that fallen in the way. Not good. For people to come and educate me on other games other than Warhammer, because that's pretty much all I've ever played. And there's so many new games out there now. I mean, I've heard people playing one-page rules, as well as so many other games that I don't even know what's out there now, because there's people printing their own games and creating their own game systems, Kickstarters, and with family life and a few other things, I don't get a chance to look into them too much, and I certainly don't get a chance to afford them. So I'd like to do a bit of research first, but there are so many games. Okay, so let's look. So that looks like a new game. Frostgrave. And anything by Warlord Games, apparently. Warlord Games. I'm making a Dungeons and Dragons tile. But the XPS form that I used has got, you can see the inbuilt writing, and it's got squares on it that I don't want. Now, this one turned out fine, and you can't see any of them. But for some reason, the other two didn't, and now I can't do it. So I really need to cover up that center circle, because that's supposed to be the glyph. But I've just been told about some new games that I don't know much about. So let's see, Warlord games. Let's see what they do. Bolt action, German and British Army, epic battles, black powder, grit. There's a lot of them. Wow. Warlord do a lot of games. Yes, I'm in Europe, UK even. Give me UK. Give me UK. Do you do sci-fi battles? Renaissance. 2000 AD. 2000 AD. Oh, they do Strontium Dog games. I'm going to have to bring that up. Right, share screen. And click the comments. Right. Share screen. Share screen. Upper tab, Strontium Dog miniatures. Share that one. Okay, so let's see what this is. Okay, so that seems like the starter pack. Yes, accept. What do you get in this starter pack? Ooh. See, they look nice. They come pre-painted? I'm not sure. I do not know. Only one way to find out, I suppose. Let's have a look. There are lots of tokens. It looks like it comes pre-painted. Oh no, unassembled and unpainted. Oh, that's nice. Get it back in there, send it to you. So, structuring that good bag in the beauty starter game. That looks more like a. Was very much like a skirmish game. Oh, I can't even spell skirmish. Skimrish. Skirmish, there we go. Mansions of Madness is another one. Ooh. That looks like a skirmish game, so that's not too bad. I've played a couple of skirmish games. Necromunda was a skirmish game. Are you actually going to stick to this stuff, or are you just going to be like real pain and just not glue down at all because you wear silly foam stuff? Yep, you're just weird silly foam stuff, so you're not going to stick unless I sit there and do. You're not even going to stick if I do that, are you? So, pretty stick does not stick. EPS foam. Fine. Now my mic is not unplugged. Right. So, strontium battery. See, I like 2000 AD. Slain was an awesome, awesome little graphic novel. So, do they have anything for Slain? 2000 AD. It's of Antares. Oh no, that was Slain. That was Slain. Pardon me. I did not know they did a Slain game. Wow. How much? Oh, it's the all-in bundle. Is that the zoom? Oh, well, they are nice models. They are some very nice models. In fact, if it weren't for the price, a lot of them would double nicely as some D&D models. No, I'm not supposed to be looking for D&D models. I'm supposed to be looking for a nice new fun game that's not going to take up half my house. I just realised my door's open behind me. Oh well. Ah! Glue everywhere. Nice bit of spare foam. Spread that out a bit. So yeah, he looks. So you got a few, quite a few like Vikingy style. Although it's supposed to be more Celtic style because that's what Slain is. It's a graphic novel. Do you actually get a Slain as a model? I don't see him there. You do get a lot of them in there. Oh, that's a nice set. That's a very nice set. How do you, Captain? There is no Shut Up Blake figurine unless I handcraft it, and I don't believe I'm good enough to handcraft a model just yet. I have been tempted to try, but I would need some Sculpey to do it. Right, press that down to cover up all that. Why is it saying my mic's muted again? Go away. Now it's muted. So I've still got that Slain bundled up. So that's just the all-in-one for the end of 200 quid. Jeez. And you can buy the water bands individually. That's nice. This is very nice. Do you get Slain? Earth tribes. So that you get King no. So, but evil eye. Ooh, very nice. Okay, if you're gonna play Slain, you want Slain the actual character. So let's see what we've got in Judge Dredd. Mega City Criminals. Let's start with a video. Wonderful. On zoom in. Not bad sculpts. Very cartoonish. Don't like that cartoon much. No. Right. What was the other ones that was told about? Well, I was told about a couple. Frostgrave. Frostgrave. Let's have a look at Frostgrave. Ooh. Right, okay. Do we have a starter pack? Nice. Let's go with Barbarian first. Models are supplied, unpainted. Of course. See, not a bad sprue. So 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Move across. So it's the same sprue, so you get 5 guys. Axes, bows, swords, single-handed hammers, two-handed hammers. Is that a hook arm? And loads of heads. That's not too bad. That's not bad at all. Let's see what we get under. Soldiers. I don't know, because I'm skipping around through a few different things. Thanks, JV, for coming. I do not get to always see what's going on there, but I've just realised I've covered up the symbol that I'm supposed to be putting onto there. So the D&D book comes out. So I'll go find that symbol. I'll say symbol is more glyph symbol. Okay, so that's a nice simple design to put in. Hey Blake, Captain, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Frostgrave soldiers. Where are they? 20 soldiers. Well, that's a lot of equipment. We get axes, swords. So I'm guessing you're going to get, what, if you got 20 guys, you get 4 lots of that sprue. That's a beastly sword right there. And an axe. They all seem too expensive. How much were they? 20 quid. That's not too bad. That's a pound a model. If you're used to working with Games Workshop products, that's actually really cheap. Some of them spend like £15 a model to over £100 a model, but then again, they are quite large centerpieces. So that's bad. Did it do any large centerpiece 3 models? Bestiary. Snow leopards. Mild demons. See, £6? Or what do you get for that? Get a flesh golem. And stone construct. I'm still echoing. That means that I've got that mic. So yeah, that mic should be what stops me from echoing. Cutting the groove into the EPS foam. And this is going to have to get hair dried or at least heat gunned to some degree to get these lines to expand. But I'm going to have to leave it overnight, otherwise it's not going to set. So I won't be able to paint this tonight. But that flesh golem looks okay. Oh, sod off, Captain. I was hoping to avoid that score. 4-0 we lost off. Yeah, well, there's a reason why you're so many points ahead. We have been playing like donkeys for the last 3 seasons. And it's not even like we've got the excuse of having Emila Heskey on our team. Biggest donkey of all. Let's just marking the bricks while I'm doing it. But that Frostgrave one looks nice. North robots. Terrain. I'm always a sucker for some nice terrain, but they don't seem to have any. That's off. I don't want realistic games. I like my fantasy and sci-fi. Fireforge games. What have they got? So that's 23 quid for a box, and you get what, 12? Very basic. Not enough Footsore, Frostgrave. Frostgrave seems to be nice. Frostgrave Wizards. You get 4 with quite a selection of layouts. Those are quite nice. Those are very nice. Yeah, stupid me. Exit full screen. Hard plastic, 8 multi-part. So you get staves. Is that the same? Yeah, it's the same stave. So it's the same sprue over and over and over again. So there's not much variance. Soldiers. Soldiers 2. See, that's a nice little variance. Not too keen on the bases, though. I'm a fussy bugger, but he might play really well. Fireforge. Arab. Byzantine. Yeah, again, really, really, really not that good. Oh, there's 2 pages of this one. Anything gonna jump out at me? Battlefield ruins look nice. You don't get much. Ruin City, what'd you get? 7 ruin sprues. You got a fair bit with that though. I don't want scenery, I want to try and get looking for something new. So a single dwarf, is that it? You are kidding me. So let's try Mansions of Madness. Let's see. See, the problem is I don't actually know what the game systems are like for a lot of these. I have asked people to come up and tell me, but they all seem to just avoid it and just, yeah, accept them. So we get a bit like a Cthulhu. That doesn't tell me anything. And not a bad board to be playing on. Close that. What did you actually get? $109. Oh, it's $109. So you get less than 100 quid. Unique item cards. So you don't actually get a lot with that one. So that's not that good. Right, so let's stop sharing that screen for a second because that just did not seem to work out. Yeah, I caught that clip as well in the B&A show today. How that man got president, I don't know. Well, I've got an idea, but I don't want people knocking on my door for just having an idea. It is raised. Why is it raised? I don't know why it is raised. So far, I've seen one game that looks even remotely decent. Ooh. Another new game to look at. See what they look like. Paste that in there. Go have a look. No, don't sign. I'm not having your newsletter. Go away. Getting started with Archwald. Oh, that's a good start. You can download them rules for free, which is good. But I want to. Yeah, not metal. Cheaper in metal. Great. Halfling starter warband, forest trolls, and wild elf set. So let's see what we get with wild elves. 105 quid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5, 6, 7, 10, 11 models. With not very great pictures, to be quite honest. No, I'll have to have a bit of a better look at them. War Chief, Warrior, Wood Fiends. So 5 Wood Fiends. So that's going to be the Briar Elk. 5 Wood Fiends? Well, they're going to have to be at least 3 of them. And they're the 2 Hawks. So yeah, 3 Wood Fiends, 2 Hawks. A Druid, a Blade Master, Warrior with range, a Warrior and an Elven Chief. So there's a Warrior with range. That does not seem like a lot, does it? It's certainly not a lot. Certainly don't get a lot within those ones. And I just realised I didn't have a screen shared for that one. So no one had a clue what the hell I was on about. What was that about the elf? What? I'm losing viewers by the second. Oh well. Share screen. Up on the tab. That one. You see, that's what, 11 models for 105. That's a lot. That is a lot. Let's see what they have under monsters. Is there anything good for monsters? We can get a fairy dragon. So you don't even get anywhere near as much. You get as what? Blake, calm down. The halflings, not dwarfs. Yeah, some of them are quite expensive. But you do get that big brute. Well, 28mm scale. And the core rules are only a £5, so that's not too bad. Does changing the resin, yeah, changing the resin ups the price. the hell is going on? Right, now let's try that with sound. They do look very nice. Especially these ones. I've heard of the game, but I've not seen the miniatures before. So what's this one? Beyond the Gates of Antares. See, £24 for them? That's not bad. 10 infantry, 1 drone. That little thing there, I'm assuming, is the drone. So let's go back to have a look at Stargrave. Has it cut my mic out again? It's cut my bloody mic out again. No, it's not. I've still got a mic. That's good. You see, that one's muted, but that one's saying it's got sound. So I'm going to go with I've still got sound. So what, they look huge. They look massive. God, Assault Squad. Plastic. Yeah, not bad. I believe that Stargrave might be the closest one that I'm looking for. See, again, very nice, very clean. They do look good. Nice backpacks as well on them. Only 24 quid for, well, I say only 24 quid for 5. It's like still like £5 a bleeding model. So find somewhere that does it a bit cheaper, but that is supposed £21.50. Still £4 on the model. Bloody expensive. Tax gutters. Now these better be big. Doing some little seated things by the looks of it. Okay, this could be an interesting one. There's 3 artillery. It's resin. Resin's an ass. Okay, crew. Very basic sculpts. Couple of nice ones with a few different head options. They look very Star Wars-esque though. And that one there looks like Leia when she goes into Jabba's palace. So they're very Star Wars-esque. See what mercenaries are like. A monkey? Yes, a monkey. No, these are essentially I'm looking at different games. I mean, all I've ever played really regarding tabletop wargaming is Warhammer. And there's so many new games coming out all the time that I thought, let's have a look at some of the others, see if they look any good. And they're not looking too bad. Stargrave is looking good. Star gravy, looking very good. So let's see what else they have. Let's go for Cyberpunk, see what they've got in. Nothing, everything's sold out. Well, that's good advertisement, isn't it? This is the one I looked at a minute ago, wasn't it? Arcs. Ooh, ninjas. Ninjas are always cool. Well, you would think they were always cool. Reasonably. You see. Yeah. Duplicate. 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 So there's only actually what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 skulls. So you get 2 sets of 5. £35. That's still $3.50 a model. And only come in metal. Oh, that should give me stats for them. Okay, it doesn't help me know how to play it, but it gives me stats. So no reference on it though. There, I'll start. Ninjas. Skeleton hordes. Orc warband. Orc horde. What's the difference between a warband and a horde? You get a big dude with it and it costs you a lot more. Fair enough. Oh wow, there is a lot of these. Dwarf heavy infantry. No worries, Captain. See you later, mate. You have a good night. Not work in the morning, aren't you? I'm also supposed to be finishing off this thing. That's not going right for me at the moment. So it ain't good. I still have sound, that's good. So, okay, some of the models are looking all right. Really? A rabbit fighter? Now, if it was a cat one, that'd be fine, because then I could use it in D&D as a tabaxi. Or a Leonin or something like that. But a rabbit? No, I can't use a rabbit. Probably homebrew some rules for a rabbit, but So it's a 28mm heroic metal figurine. The 30mm display stand. £6. Ugh. I mean, I know I used to pay GW prices, but still. Mythic Americas. Aztecs that woke. Good if you want barbarians. Or zombies. Not so good for out Elsa. Jaguar warriors, are they going to be cat type people? Nope, they're just guys in onesies with shields and weird clubs. I am not making a gang army of people in onesies. That is just stupid. Why would anyone want anyone with an army full of people wearing onesies? Don't answer that question, because I know there are going to be people that would like them. Mohawk warriors. Medicine men. Wolves. Collector's edition. It's £200, so you better get a lot for it. Roman dude. It's like a Nazi dude. Somebody riding some weird cat, I think. A few barbarians. More zombie dudes. Some big ass trolls. I think they're trolls. They look like trolls. But then again, so do they. There's some nice models. Is that the last of it? Yeah, that's the last of it. So I wonder what this guy is. Guy does look a bit weird. Ah, so it's going to be Sapper Emperor mounted on Spirit Jaguar. See, he does look very nice. Pain in the ass to paint, but looks very nice. I got down to page, what number was on to? On page 3. Yeah, because there's the guys in onesies again. They all seem to be historical, even if they have got a bit of a fantasy thing to it. Oh, I've just been given a list of other games. So let's see. There's a game called Space Weirdos. Gotta have a look. Gotta have a look. Skirmish game. Miniatures. Holy sh! That is a lot of. This is a badly laid out website. Very badly laid out website. I have no idea what I'm looking at there. Just trash that one. No matches found. Well, that was good. No, I don't have enough money in my piggy bank. I do not have enough money in my piggy bank. I shouldn't really be looking, to be quite honest. But the only time I'm actually going to get to look at some miniatures is if I get a chance to go to another gaming shop. So something like OG Games. Traveling Man in when I go away in May for a long weekend. Oh, that's probably a better place to go. Let's go to Traveling Man. Yeah, I meant Traveling Man. It's also Malifaux. I forgot about them. They should be sold at Traveling Man. Miniature games. So you're just going to be really, 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 really badly laid out. Miniature games. So you got Games Workshop and stuff, an entire separate section, yet you leave them in the middle of all this. So I want to avoid Games Workshop. Star Wars is just as bad. Okay. It's a horrible website. Role playing games. Are you going to let me narrow it down to miniatures? No. You're just going to give me a long list of everything that you've got. Okay. Let's try OG games. Chaos isn't what's. Nothing in that section. Really? RPG D&D. Now I'm going to have loads of stuff for this, but Gale Force 9, I believe. No. Konami? No. Steam Forged. It's actually going to have a miniatures with it. One which is a nice big red dragon, but out of stock. Where'd you get with the Cobalt Queen? Come on, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. Okay. 20 detailed Cobalt minis, which you won't actually let me see. Even though I'm on a 27-inch monitor. She's already looked. She was more interested in the fact that I've lost all my viewers now. So for Aisha, she was more interested in the fact that that symbols appeared on a Dungeons and Dragons tile and worried her a little bit. Because most people who turn up to kill the party seem to be wearing that symbol. So yeah, she's not too happy about that. But hey, what does she want me to do? I can't make it too easy all the time. And I've actually got to get this EPS foam to fit. Wow, I've lost all people. Oh well. Let's get cracking on with this then. Because nobody seems to. Not three, like a blink of an eye. What happens with this thing? You just can't keep up. So nice deep grooves into this one. As this, yeah, they don't seem to like seeing people with this symbol on. Mainly because it usually means the dragon's about to turn up. It's called Dungeons and Dragons for a reason, for crying out loud. See, that's better because it covers up all the thingies and gives that a nice raised area in the middle. So if that works, where's the big brush gun? Where's my big brush gun? Because I'm going to need to paint that before it can go anywhere. But it's still too squishy. But while I have it out, oh yeah, no, yeah, I'll save that for Friday because that's a Friday thing. While I have that out, and I've got this nice big flat piece to still do. Where's the ruler? Move you out the way a minute. It'll be used in a second, don't you worry. Slide that up nicely there. Cut nicely. Don't catch. I've had enough of my arms and legs being arses today. I want to do something without them being a complete twat to me. So let's have a look. So the games that I've been advised to have a look at by other members of gaming communities, I did offer them to actually come and join me up here, but none of them did. None of them ever do. Seems to be, unless you have enough followers or they follow you themselves out of sheer luck, I suppose. They're not interested. This is part of the reason why I've not put a link up for anyone to come and join me. I have left it for direct messaging if you want the link. So it doesn't mean I won't have people up here with me, but if you want the link, you will have to direct message me. I am not pinning it tonight. My intention was not to be on here for too long. Let's look at a few miniatures and fuck up my cut by the look of it. Is that even switched on? No. So that's going to make messaging me even more fun because it's not actually there. Right, now, if I can draw out some... Yeah. So a reasonable door is going to be about 2 inches. Can I get... $2 out of that? Now how far across do I get? Because I've got a feeling I've just gone that way too close to the edge. Can I at least get 1 inch? Bugger. Let's slide it up so I can get 1.5 inches. That's decent width to the door. And then take it 2 inches up from there. And is that going to be square? I ain't going to find out that way, am I? Inch and a half to there. And that should be 2 inches from that dot to that there. And guess what it is? Bloody hell, I can measure. Okay, so let's cut that out. I was wanting to try this EPS foam for a bit because it looks like you can layer it up quite nicely to get details on the damn stuff. And yes, I know it's egg shaped because it was Easter. That's what they were selling it in. It's always fun. Don't matter what shape it is. It can always be cut and crafted into a different shape. So another one of them. Can't draw on it, you damn stupid pencil. Get a mechanical pencil, they said. They're always better, they said. The damn thing snaps so easy. See? Okay, but now that I've got that in, I think the missus was already watching me, so she knew what I was looking at. She wasn't happy about it, but as I said, I wasn't buying anything. She wasn't too bad on me looking. If I was sat there with a card, for instance, that would have been a different matter because, well, that's almost implying that I was looking to purchase straight away. That crap, I'm out by about $500,000. There we go. Yeah, wonders of being left-handed and doing this. My hands get to go all over the place. Another half centimeter. Yes, I know I'm working in both metric and imperial to do this. That's the wonderful thing. I can work in metric and imperial, both in the same project. And so there are a few games I would like to look at, but I'm going to have to see the models up close because looking at them online, I was not happy with the way they were turning out and the way they would look. It just didn't look right. Couldn't get a good judgment on detailing or scale, so I'm just going to have to go to a shop. Pick out the bits and pieces that I would like from there. Line up, you bugger. Thank you. And you. No, not right. There we go. Right, now this is a tester to see whether or not I can do tile sci-fi tiles. Should be fun. Chop you out. Yeah, and I've just been using a metal rule to do all the lines and stuff, and now I'm slicing away freehand. It's called having the brains of a monkey. Get off it. In theory, if I was to take this piece, chop out that middle square, in a roughly straight line, if I can get it. Okay, I've been on for over an hour already. Jeez. I didn't think I've been on that long. I should be able to. Oh, it's got all skew whiffy. Why have you got all skew whiffy? I'll be able to glue that onto there. And I was just fucked up from the start. Right, okay. Where's my glue? I'm gonna have to get a square way of cutting these. Ideally, a set square would work, but stick you. Get rid of that. Stick you down on there. Get on. Let's try not to cut tips off my fingers. 2 of them cross beams. Take that little excessive bit off there. And that bit off. Move you. Pain in the ass. And then this piece for a cross beam across there. Now, why have you gone like that? You look really out of shape. I don't understand why. Especially U-bits, because U-bits came from the middle of it. So let's move that down a bit so I can actually see it on there to make sure it's looking okay. Now I know how many squares does that take up roughly. Ah, 4. That's nice. Way too much glue. But I can deal with that. Just drop the pencil on the floor. Drop the pencil on the floor. So there are a couple of games that I would wish to have a look at. But I need to place that on there to hold that and get my cup of tea. And find my lighter. Do not have phone anywhere near lighter. And now this is supposed to deepen up these cracks. It does a little bit. It does a little bit. Smells a bit funky though. Let's try using something a little bit sharper. I've still got to paint over it yet anyway. Which camera's just lost it? This one. Why have you just lost connection? Why have you lost connection? I don't get it. It's going to be worrying, I know. But let's try that again, shall we? Add stream, right? So at least I can put that one back up. Have you actually got power? Yes, you have power. So you can go back up there. Well, that's good. Why? You're not supposed to be using that one. You're supposed to be using that one. Thank you. One of them has to be muted, otherwise it doesn't work. And it has to be moved the heck out. See, great big whopping arm in my way. But it's kind of hard to do. Okay, so let's deep groove these in. very deep groove. So when I come back with a lighter, I mean, you probably use a heat gun or a hairdryer, something nice and low heat, really, because this stuff does catch fire and give off nasty, horrible fumes. I do know what I'll be doing this Friday as well. Should I be on somebody else's, well, Mr. JV's Hangouts, if he's so kind as to have me up again. I think I'll be finishing a couple of pieces of artwork. So that they can be ready to be sent off. Bit of background work for my friend the Eclectic Bird, and a bit of colour work for the man, the myth, that is the squirrel. So let's move this back up here again so I can show you the dangerous stuff. Yay. Crap. It's done the thing I wanted it to do, which is good, but it's shrunken all the outside. See? Yeah. I know that's muted, because the other one's not muted, you fucking idiot. So it's given me the slight texture that I wanted, but it's left the sections mostly dented. I might have overdone it a little bit with a lighter because that's decided he wants to come up. So let's press it back down again. Yeah, you're just going to take overnight to dry. Now, paintbrush. Where to put all my paintbrushes. And my big tray in front of me. That's where they all are. There we go. That one should do it. I haven't figured it out right. Is that where the box is? That's where my box is. Crunch, kaboom, bang, wallop. Okay. Just a little bit of Black Templar contrast wash. Give this a wash before I call it a night. Let's check it is taking the paint, and still see I'm really bad at lining this camera up. Right, bring you back up there. See, that needs indenting even more. For some reason, as soon as I added paint to it, it raised up. A lot of trial and error going into this because I've never used EPS foam before. Barely used XPS foam before. They seem to behave very differently with paint. So let's find out. Just possibly slather this stuff on, so. We shall do precisely that. Get rid of all the pink, because no, pink rock isn't good. Not as far as I've seen anyway. I don't think I've actually seen any pink rock that isn't man-made. Seeing as I messed up the first one, I really don't want to have to mess it up again and then go back and redo this. I'm all for trial and error and learning, but learn from your bleeding mistakes at least. So we are going to learn from our mistakes. Well, I am, I hope, anyway. Slightly more subtle than the indentation, but I can deal with that. It's a little less obvious when they land on the tile what's going to be on there or what is there. Although now my missus has seen this, she will be looking for when this tile comes out. It usually means there's a dragon coming. Right, so let's have a look now. Now that you started to fill in because you're wet, let's dent that back in.
probably not happy that I'm using a good tweezers to do this though. But they're nice and sharp. So, you know, does that actually... Ah, you see, it does show up a little bit. But we'll have to go over all of this again. So what I probably would have been better off doing is painting it all black first and then doing this afterwards. But it looks it absorbs the paint and it re-expands again. So next time I wish to do this, I will be painting the damn thing first. But I can still see the lines to be able to follow them. That's good, at least. Okay, does that actually? Aha, it does. There we go. You can actually see that now. Hey, it worked. Might require a second coat of paint, but still, it worked. That is very pink around there. Very pink around there, and I have a very nice buzzing in my ear. It's 1:20. Which means this is Wednesday. I've got something to do on Wednesday. What have I got to do on Wednesday? I can't remember. But I know there's something. Which means I'm going to get my ass off here soon. But that at least gives me enough time to let this dry. So, if we're looking for doing a new game, my looking for new games did not go well. I'm going to have to actually go into the shops and look. Which means a trip to Manchester. I don't want to go to Manchester. I hate Manchester. Or a trip into Stockport. Or I'm going to have to wait until I go to York. Don't want to do either one of them. However, the EPS test works. I know the mic's muted. If I had two mics on, it gets feedback, you stupid bleeding program. So yeah, the EPS foam thing worked, which is good. I've got to let it dry now. Hopefully that's going to work as well. I'm going to have to let that dry. I'm a tile missing. Where's my other tile? There it is. Aha. Is it that way around? No, it's that way around that fits, isn't it? Yeah. Nice big tiles. So I can now join them up. And I should be able to have a half decent, hopefully, a half decent tile set. That will work. Now, etching them in is not fun. You've been lurking. You're lurking it back round again. Now, I've come to the conclusion that hand doing tiles and etching them into this stuff takes ages, but it's worth it.
it is worth it. That's the one that's gone wrong, because that's the one where I can still see the squares in it. It was Aisha who gave me the idea to cover it in polyfiller. So it's the same stuff, but you can't see the squares in it. Still have to draw it all out by hand and sit there and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch. If I can find the pencil again, I'll show you. So you can go over there for a second. So, see, the PVA glue gets rid of the polyfiller, but the bits with the polyfiller, no, this way. Yeah, that way. You can actually etch in the stonework. As well as take out bits in the middle to make it look like it's coming through. And as you're doing it, you kind of get a feel for the size of the stones and the blocks and the stuff that you have to take out in the middle. The shapes of some of them. So I can go around that one off there, around that one off there, and take a bit out there. I can get a nice, decent sized slab going in there. So you can actually get a really nice wall section or uneven brick tone going. Which again, thank you very much for that little idea, Aisha, because it works wonderful as long as you don't get it wet. As soon as you get it wet, then all the polyfiller just washes away. So I'm not going to be able to do it much around the door frame. I'm going to have to re-polyfiller all that. So you can already see it's taking it off the top layer there. So I'm going to re-polyfill around the door. But for a cobblestone building, this technique works bloody wonderfully. And providing you're not trying to be perfectly precise on everything and make sure it's all brick and mortared, you can actually get away with doing it relatively quickly as well. See, nice big section of wall there done. Without having to do too much work. I mean, even if you was to do, I don't know. Where am I going to put a window? Let's put a window. Let's go for a window that one around here. So a nice big long section. You can even add cracks into the stonework so that it will come up relatively nicely. You've just got to then remember that you've got a large stone section there to build up to and make fit within. So a nice couple of big stones there. I've not been very happy with. A lot of them. In fact, we're going to make that a floor break. So the break in the floor there, so we're just going to make it nice big beams or nice big stone sections going straight across there so it's the top of the floor. I realised I was zooming way too far into my crotch. There we go. So just go straight across on that one. Straight across there. Okay. Pull in the blocks that we need. And it gives you a nice break in the stone wall, as though you've got your lower floor section and then a nice clearish break across. From there, if you really wanted to, something like, I don't know, lollipop sticks or coffee stirrers or something, give it wooden battening across the top. Just to stop it being a complete stone building. So it now started, I might as well carry on for a minute. Take a couple of big chunks out so it's not perfectly mortared wall. Scratching some wood grain. Do that once it's dry. That is a much better idea. But yeah, Aisha, thank you very much for that idea for this one, because it works wonderfully. But I can't do it all the way across because, as I said, it's still wet around in some places. Varying the size of the boulders and the rocks that have been used to make the building. Adds a little bit more character to it. You end up with what is semi-realistic, cartoony-ish wall, I suppose. Doesn't know why I've got this big bloody thing in my way, but I need that to... Can I get it to go the other way around? Yeah, but we'll move everything over there. So there you go, that little technique that you taught, that you're giving me the idea of, works. Not too happy about the pink still showing on that though. I'll have a look at that tomorrow, see how that works. But that is me tired, and I've got a lot of glue to let dry now. and paint. I'm happy I've managed to sort the glyph out. I'm not so happy I didn't manage to find replacement games or replacement models to go play it on my games. What I really need is something to replace my little goblin as a gnome, because I don't have a gnome character for playing D&D. I mean, I have someone to represent an elf. Should be able to fit through that door. Yep. I also have something to represent the tabaxi. Yeah, tabaxi. And although it's not quite a orc, it does have the hammer. So I have enough to represent 3 of my 4 characters, but I'm having to use a little goblin to represent the gnome. And I would rather actually have a gnome. Just makes sense, really. Can't use my human fighter because it's too big. So I need a gnome playing a guitar. I did see that little goblin one. It was like £6 for it. If I can find one a bit cheaper, excellent. Even if I have to paint it myself, that doesn't bother me. But I need a gnome. Everybody else is represented. See, they've already got 4 players now. 5th player dropped out, which doesn't help. In fact, you lot can all go on there to press that down. Especially you, because you're nice and heavy. You can go on there. And they can go and press them down. Yay. Right. Well, I'm down to drying now. Which is not good. Well, it is good because it's going to dry, but I don't want to wait for it to dry. Waiting to dry for PVA glue takes ages. So I might be back on tomorrow to finish this off, or make more tiles, or do a bit more painting. I'm not decided. I've been meaning to come on all week. Tonight I decided, bugger it, off I go. So hopefully I get more motivation later on in the week. But is that the one that's working, or is it? No, it's that one that's working. Oh well. I'm going to leave all this to dry, go for a cigarette, get myself ready for bed. Tablet's kicking in, which is always a good sign because, well, I've had a crap day today. I spent half of it in bed, not being able to move. The other half I've had to go out and do stuff, so being stuck at the top of the stairs is not good. But you don't need to hear all that. That's neither here nor there. So thank you very much for anybody who came to watch. Aisha, Moose Gal, JV, Captain Blake, and did I miss anyone? No, that was everyone. All 5 of you. JV, Captain Blake, Aisha, Moose. Yeah, 5 people. Hey, I did well tonight. I did very well tonight. Thank you for coming to watch me. If I go live again tomorrow, then of course I will. Well, it'll show up on YouTube for some reason. I actually do show up on some people's YouTubes, which is good. Feel sorry for those people who don't, because it's not very fun. But yes, good night, everyone. Thank you very much for coming, and take care of yourselves.